I'm Laurel, and today I'm reviewing the Lego set you didn't know you needed. It is the Arcade Pinball Machine. Let's move this Pac-Man out of the way. All right, I'm gonna break down the construction and the mechanics and artistry that make up the building experience, the price, and the display factor. But before we get started, you probably noticed that this image does not look like the image you might have seen. That's because the minifigs are gone. I bought this set specifically for my middle school science and STEAM classroom and because of this brand new Lego color, light blue astronaut. First time ever, not just the astronaut, but its baby too. And as a result, I now have completed my everything is awesome set. So that's why they're not there. I put some other minifigs in there, and since this is going into a classroom setting, the way I see it, it's me with a coffee mug and a donut, just waiting for my chance to get closer and closer and closer to my teacher friends where we can have a coffee break. All right, because that's the whole point of this game, is a parent astronaut is trying to get to their baby lost in space. And that's how we keep score. All right, so let's break it down. Construction. If you plan on having this on display in your home or other environment, and you can walk around it, know that the backside is not finished, but this is also how you readjust, reset the score when you play it. Probably not a big deal for some of you, but it could be a big deal for some of you. Like, for example, this Pac-Man arcade machine has a really nice finish cabinet in the back. Okay, so knowing that, I also kind of love that because it means we can look under the hood from a teaching standpoint if students want to know how these pieces are working. All right. The techniques underneath, not too many, not too little, just the perfect amount of techniques. First of all is the plunger that gets the ball up and going. Know that that is a pre-made piece that comes with the set, which I think is really smart. I don't think anyone should be trying to put a spring in an enclosed plastic case. If it doesn't work, or if you lose the spring, then the whole game doesn't work. So I'm glad they did that. The other Technic pieces, of course, make the flippers work. And every time the ball hits this asteroid-looking thing, that's when this minifig gets closer to the other minifigs. That's how you keep score. All right. The other cool thing is it's got a 1-up. You got an extra ball for another gameplay. I thought construction-wise that this ramp was really interesting. Like, anytime things are built on an angle in Lego, I'm in awe. And then getting to install it and make it work is brilliant engineering. This was built with like one panel at a time, stacking bricks, which then create this really beautiful inlay pattern, which was really fun. Maybe not everyone thinks that, but I liked like building this spaceship and how it came about and how we put all the black bricks around it to make it fit in there. Beautiful artistry throughout. The back box right here, instead of a big sticker or pre-printed pieces, you get to create the art that goes in the back using Lego tile pieces and dots, creating a starry night background, a middle ground of like a Martian landscape, and then your minifigs in the foreground. Love it. It does have stickers. I know that's kind of one thing we always get bummed about, but in reality, I think this is a perfect use for them. These are all 4 stickers on 4 large tiles, creating this mural effect, helping make this pinball machine be a work of art. I don't think they would have ever pre-printed that. And if they didn't do that, it would just be black pieces, or they would have just continued the lighting stripes, and that would have been a bummer. I think this is better. I don't know if everyone agrees with me on that. There are plenty of pre-printed pieces throughout, really kind of tiny things, and some really great Easter eggs. I love movies and watching the breakdown videos of the Easter eggs within. And this is no exception. These hidden pieces that only the builder knows about, including a serial number under the hood and even a little sign for the maintenance worker who works on it, which I guess is the thing they did on pinball machines and arcade machines, which is something I learned about in the building instructions. I love when Lego gives me insight into the topic or the pieces that they're using or the new colors or the new parts that they created. I love that. I'm not a Lego professional. I'm just a fan, and I love to learn. And not many of the last sets have I learned anything new. So I think that was a kind of a fun thing too. Now, the key thing on this is once the construction is complete, you have one playable pinball machine that actually keeps score. And it takes me back to my younger days of building Lego when a set continued to be something new and different as you took it apart and rebuilt it, and the play factor continued. Now, as an adult, my play factor is building it, and that's it. This, I get to build it and I get to keep playing with it. And that's huge. And not just me, but like my children can play with it, my husband and my students. Like it's a community sort of thing. And most Lego sets don't do that. I feel like that adds a whole other layer of value to it. Just for some perspective, let's look at this Pac-Man arcade machine from a couple years ago. Cool set, never have regretted purchasing it. One of the coolest things we own. It too is engaging just like this one. It's got a lot of moving parts. It's very tactile. You get to move things, but I don't get to play it. I don't get to keep score. I don't get to be in competition with my husband to see who's the best, but I get to do that with this, and that's pretty amazing. So let's talk about the value. Right now, this is $229 on Lego.com for 2,274 pieces. If you do the math, that's 10 cents a piece. That's actually considered a great value in Lego. Most modern day sets are anywhere between 11 and 13 cents a piece. I think some of that is because there's no licensing fees. The classic Lego space theme is their theme, their brand, their characters, and they don't have to pay anything for it. Now, this is a beautiful piece to display, especially if you're into 80s nostalgia or the gaming console sets. Like, this would sit right at home in our collection of Lego pieces. But we have a rule in our house. You cannot buy any set if you don't know where it's going to go. It has to bring some fun vibe to our house or to our work environments. So this had to have a place to go. Done are the days of buying Lego sets that are just puzzle pieces, puzzle sets. You build them, you keep them out for a few days, and you put them back in the box to build another day. This can be kept out, and you need to have space for it. For me, this is going in my classroom, on my teacher's desk, where I can invite students to play with it if they want, but really it's my form of fidgeting and stress relief. I think this would look great in a home where you maybe had a movie room or a theater room, on the coffee table where people can continue to play with it, maybe on the end table where your lamp is, where it's easily accessible to grab and play with. I don't think it should be on a shelf where no one can play with it. It needs interaction for sure. I also think this would look great in an office environment instead of a putting green or a Zen garden or maybe even a record player or something. You've got this great piece of nostalgia right here, offering all the stress relief that you need. I know I'm going to enjoy it. I hope you like this video, and I hope to do more like it soon. And I wouldn't be a great science teacher if I didn't sign off by saying, stay curious.